1, 2. Can you hear me?
Testing.
Yes?
If that's not working, I'll give you mine.
I'm number 10, I think.
Okay.
Is it working? Yeah? So I'm the other half of the Honorable Minister, the Yannis half. Good morning, all. I was speaking to a friend, Stefanos, earlier. He said, what a refreshing and revitalizing event. Indeed, refreshing and revitalizing. Great festival, well done to the organizers. Great setting, such a beautiful day, beautiful people, fantastic. Thank you. I would like to, my name is Yannis Matsis, and I would like to start with my own personal experience when I relocated to the island, given most of technology companies who are now attracting are coming from abroad. I am a financial entrepreneur as well, and I set up my company in London. It was called Point 9. And in 2008, we decided to relocate to Cyprus. The company, together with our own bodies and families. And it was a very, very difficult journey. We did every door we opened, there was no response. We didn't know where to get feedback. What are the immigration laws? Can I bring the programmers that we had in Belarus over in Cyprus? How long can they stay? Can they bring their families? How do I register a company? How do I find offices? What are the local laws and regulations protecting my rental? I want to connect to the business, to the media. It was just impossible. It was only through our own personal networks that we could get answers, or through going to individual professionals. And that meant or implied that this is not a business-friendly environment. We eventually, that journey started in 2008. In 2017, we eventually successfully sold the company to Mitsubishi UFJ. When we sold, it was 26 staff. And now, Mitsubishi is investing. It's investing in Cyprus because they believe in it. And the 26 staff is already 84. This is based in Limassol. And they have plans to grow further. What has changed? Our experience was a difficult one. We eventually succeeded, but it was through a lot of hard work in the business environment-friendly situation of Cyprus. What changed? This government is serious about long-term strategy, about attracting foreign businesses on the island. And it has started creating strategy and the structures and the infrastructure to be a business enabler. You heard the minister. That was the Minister of Research, Innovation, and Digital Policy. And the minister said, after this festival, I want to have a recap with Stylianos and his team to reflect and to listen to the feedback. You can understand how serious this government is taking the strategic aim they have to make Cyprus a hub. Part of the mandate is what I am now responsible for as a chairman of Invest Cyprus, together with the rest of the team. Some of them are here, I thank them, which is Invest Cyprus, or the Cyprus Investment Promotion Agency, responsible for promoting Cyprus for investments abroad. But also for this audience, what we are importantly responsible for is to provide facilitation services, such as the ones that I was talking about earlier when I moved to Cyprus that were missing, facilitation services to take companies by the hand and walk them around the island and help them with all the laws, legislations, policies and procedures, put them in front of the ministers or of the government if needed, in order to be able to facilitate their business. We are also here to provide after investment services, which is after relocation services, which is when someone comes on the island, a company is here, we want to listen to feedback because we want to improve. We are no close to perfect. We have a a lot of road ahead of us, but we are serious about it. We want to improve. We want to make Cyprus the place, and we need your feedback to get there. So that's our mission, to try and help by providing facilitation, after-sales services, and take your suggestions and take them to the government in order to try and change policies, procedures, laws, and enable business in Cyprus. And this government has said, well, we cannot do everything. We need to focus, and we will focus on a few target industries. One of them is tech, or the most important is tech. This government has made number one strategic pillar, headquartering with focus on tech companies. Other pillars of the long-term strategy that the government is following as well is attracting foreign direct investment in strategic areas of the industry, of the economy, and what we call strategic in this economy is hospitality, tourism, healthcare, education, and investments in renewable energy. And finally, part of the mission is also to try and make Cyprus an attractive jurisdiction for fund and asset managers, both to register companies but also to relocate on the island. Now, turning specifically to the ICT, the sector is growing by the day with a lot of foreign companies relocating, 12,000 employees currently employed in the sector, of which foreign entities have about 25% of the employment sector. And you can see a sample of sorry, I'm in front of the screen. You can see a sample of the companies that are established, foreign companies that are established currently in Cyprus. So just a quick word about why is Cyprus interesting and why will it become more interesting. And there is a few ones that I have circled in green, which are, I believe, more or less facts. Cyprus is a low-cost jurisdiction, and it does combine the low cost with a very high quality, I believe, of services, financial services, legal services, accounting services. So low cost of doing business, high quality of services that the tech company can have at its possession. High quality of life. Look at this. I don't need to say much more. A robust legal and regulatory framework, which is based on common English law, but also we have the European law and the European regulatory framework in place. We are part of the European Union. And the growing tech scene and ecosystem, which helps any company wanting to relocate on the island. These, I believe, are more or less the facts. And then we have additional benefits, which this government has been working very hard to try and improve, and there's still a road for improvement, and it will improve further. We have a very attractive tax and IP regime. The current tax in Cyprus is 12.5%, together with intellectual property regime, where you can get 80% of your income from royalties. Your effective tax as a company can go to 2.5%. Then there is income tax exemptions for immigrants, for workers that come here from abroad. These are changes implemented by the government because it wants to make Cyprus a place for companies to come. Then we have the issue of access to talent. And the reality is that in Cyprus, it's a philosophical issue. We are only 900,000 population. There is so much pool of talent you will find in technology, and technology is not what's in our DNA. It's accountancy, it's law, not technology. So companies need to bring talent from abroad. That helps also the local culture to change and create more and more technologies. But the big companies, they need access from abroad. And again, the government acted and passed measures, laws, and changes in policies and procedures to enable the relocation of employees from non-EU countries. And they have recently passed a revised immigration policy for issuance of temporary and residence and employment permits to third country nationals. made the whole process easier for companies to attract and hire non-EU talent in Cyprus, issues that when I was setting up my own company, I was finding impossible to get over. It's changing. And as we hear your feedback, we take it, we put it in front of the government, and hopefully we keep on improving. So the government is acting as an enabler. We are one of the organizations of the government that want to hear, want to help you, want to take you by the hand, take you around, and want to hear your constructive feedback. Okay. Recently also, I want to say the government passed the fast-track business activation mechanism, which applies to new and existing companies with foreign interest. If UBOs invest 200,000, and in general, it makes it very easy and very quick. You can relocate 200 employees within a period of 4 to 6 weeks. Invest Cyprus, I will not repeat it, but you want to set up your business, finding office space, finding the talent, work through the relocation laws, so on and so forth. This is what we are here. We are here to help. Please use us. It will be a real pleasure. Thank you very much. God bless and enjoy the day.
Now, we've got a few questions from before, and the first person who asked the question was Michael, I think. It was Michael? Was it Michael? Who's Michael? Michael, who asked the first question on Slido. No, that was a question for me, for the free ice cream. But there is a question for you as well, if you want to take it. Let's put, who's the next speaker? Who's the next speaker? Who's the next? See, that's what I asked you to do, to get a free ice cream. However, we did have someone, anonymous, who asked, the incentives for attracting non-EU talent do not apply to Cypriot companies. Why? Would you like to answer that? Or skip to the next one, if you don't have the answer right now with you?
Yes, agreed. And what I will say is, as the Minister of Economics recently announced, there will be a new set of packages that will be implemented by the end of October, I believe, and there will be changes there. I do hope that this will be one of the changes as well, because I do agree we need to have a level playing field.
Would you like to take one or two more? So we've got How to Promote Our Startup in Cyprus by Reza. Reza, are you with us? Right, Reza is asking.
Other than making the environment in Cyprus attractive, I do believe, and it's one of the issues that we are currently discussing, that we should be forming through Invest Cyprus a central unit that will be able to help promote the Cyprus startups abroad. Not only to facilitate business, but also to facilitate their access to capital. Because yes, you do have investment managers in Cyprus that may be interested to invest, but the reality is not the amount of assets under management here is not that big. So we need to be able to give access to Cypriot companies abroad for access to capital, potential M&A, mergers and acquisitions, etc. So I do think that's an important initiative that we will soon be examining, and hopefully we will be able to implement and help out. Thank you. Thank you, Reza.
Thank you, Mr. Matsis. It was an honor to have you with us. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.